Okay, let's see what is happening if we are actually making it live now. Let's see, it's giving me all kinds of settings here and things. So, okay, I believe I am live. We did it. Yay. Okay, good. I believe so. Now I can't see myself, so I have no idea. Facebook, come on. There we go. Okay, I think it is working. It's still giving me all kinds of notifications. So, but I believe we're good to go. And I think I made it. I think we're live. So, first of all, if you're finding me live, and thank you for waiting. I had this beautiful setup created in my healing room and went live and thought I had because it was actually showing the live in the window. And about 12 minutes in, Chen was so gracious to message me to let me know that I wasn't on at all. And so here we are. Hi, I hope you can. Oh, and it's popping up. So, yay, Chen. Hi. Happy Mercury evening. So, Mercury was a little bit of a trickster apparently tonight and playing a little game. You have chamomile tea. Oh, that is lovely. We did it. Yay. So, thank you. Thank you for your message because, like I said, I was about 12 minutes in already and thought I was live. I couldn't see any comments, didn't know what was going on. And that was on my laptop. So, I have a small screen and can't really see everything so well, but it was showing live in the window. But thank you for letting me know because later on I could see that nothing was really popping up. Cindy, you found me too. So glad. So hi, we are starting now 30 minutes late. So you are not late, I'm late. Wait, because I had to rearrange my whole setup and come into the office where I have my bigger screen and I know the internet works and we're good to go. And I have my peppermint tea here from the garden. So hello, let's land here for a moment. Welcome to this evening of our quantum weaving divination. Thank you, beautiful ladies, for being here with me, for your patience and your coming on and spending your evening together with me. So for any of you who are watching the replay, hi as well, welcome. Let's ground into this beautiful evening, into this energy past this new moon now. The reason why I wanted to do this divination after this new moon is because we were in the middle of our Magic and Miracles project and the energy just kept on building and building, and I wanted to make sure we stayed in the flow of this before I now shift over into a completely different energy and begin this journey here with you now into sacred leadership, which today officially opens the path for it with this reading. And then also because now it's Taurus season, the season of my birth month, and I am so happy that we landed here in this moment now, especially having moved through all of the darkness of winter and then into springtime. And now here we are in this emerging of just the potency of nature and everything just full of vibrancy and everything coming to life. For me, whenever it's my birthday, that's always the sign to grow the garden, and then everything is already ready to go basically. And it is really that kind of shift, that kind of fractal that we're in the moment. And also by the way, Mountain Dew. Gotcha. And also, by the way, tonight, Akshaya Tritiya. So welcome to this amazing frequency of just golden, beautiful energy tonight of this day that is one of the most abundant days. And this is really now this beginning movement of abundance. And having a craving, gotcha. So you're craving Mountain Dew, Cindy. So yeah, for me, peppermint tea, and I can feel it's drying out my mouth just a little bit. So if I'm lisping a little bit, then you kind of know why. So let me drink a little more. Um, and so this moment now is really what sets the stage in a powerful way. And so coming on tonight, where it is this frequency of Akshaya Tritiya that we are bringing in, that is ushering in this new fractal. It couldn't be a more potent night than this. And so I hope that for anyone who taps into this and who finds this can really still bring forward that frequency that is just so delicious in this moment. And I shared in my newsletter more about everything today. And so I want to share just a moment to about our 29 days of magic and miracles, because last night was the final ceremony. We did just such a beautiful Zoom call, and this was 29 days of being in the field of magic and miracles, of just the most beautiful, cleanest vibration, and just carrying that forward and carrying us through it, where timelines have shifted. And everybody who was on the call, it was just so, so beautiful. The shares from everyone, and all of the beautiful women, and everybody still kind of in their own timeline with it as well. So don't feel like, if you haven't come in yet, that you have missed out. And in fact, right now it's still only $29, and tomorrow it's going to be $97. At noon I'm going to shift it over to $97. So you have still the opportunity right now to join this project for $29. You still get 5 months access to it. Take your time. You have everything now instantly available in your web portal. 29 days of just all of the goodness, all of the journaling, all of the deepening, all of the voice transmissions from me every day, and so much where you are shifting into such a field of creation. And I will tell you that life will not be the same afterwards. So if you still feel like, gosh, I wish I would have done this, maybe it's not too late, because it's all there for you. And in our Facebook group, we are still going to continue this journey, because like I said, not everyone has completed yet, and some women have just recently come in, and so we're still kind of moving through these 29 days together. And I'll still be sure to come in as well, and there'll still be a couple of things too that I'll be adding to the web portal. So come join us in this journey, because it is absolutely life-changing. And what I know for sure, there are some things, I'm going to create a post still on this, that I still plan on hopefully getting in tomorrow. What I know for sure is that whenever we immerse ourselves in this kind of frequency, we see the world in a different way. Every situation comes through in a different light. And not only that, but situations suddenly miraculously get elevated into a different way. And where before maybe this trajectory would have led you in one direction, or things would have shown up in a different way, but because now you're holding a different field and you're engaging with the field as well. And so the field plays with you, and it is instantaneous. And it's absolutely magnificent and magical when we allow that kind of emergence. And for me, these 29 days, when I added it kind of up, because it's been about 4 hours a day that I spend on the creation for each day. And so if you figure that it's about, let's say, 110, 120 hours, for me, what has shifted has just been amazing. I will never be the same after this. And so I invite you into this space just so wholeheartedly, because I know what it is going to do for you. And I can't think of anything that is more affordable and more life-changing that's available anywhere. So that's really kind of the feeling that everyone has been expressing so far, some more privately and some yesterday in our share. And I'll be sure to also receive some of these some of the testimonials and some of the stories where you can really feel into it, because for us it's really about magnifying all of it together, about divinely amplifying who you are as a leader in the world, because it is all about the self-creation at this point as women, who now, for us who have the opportunity to be able to do this, because the women before us didn't have it, and our ancestors certainly didn't, and we are that seed point here now from which it all culminates and where it all expands outwards. So it's such a great honor for us to be here in this time, in this space, and to be able to do this beautiful work. And it is unique to each of you. So for me, in case you don't know me, my name is Silke, and I am the founder of the Quantum Weaver and the Quantum Weaving Movement for Women. It is all about inner alchemy and self-mastery, and most of all, sovereignty. And I am deeply dedicated to this work because I know what it has done in my own 40 plus years of self-development and leading to this. And I am here as one of the women stepping deeper and deeper into my own renaissance and allowing the unfolding of my own leadership together with all of the beautiful women who choose to walk with me. And it is just such a great honor. And so this brings me now to this evening and to the divination. So let me know which cards you have picked. I know Jen, you have picked card number 1. I think Jane has as well. And Teresa had picked card number 3. I'm not sure, Cindy, if you had picked a card. And with this, we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you have picked card number 1, this here would be card number 1. If you haven't yet, go past this and you can come back to the post where you see the 3 cards and just comment underneath it if you are watching the replay. And if not, then we're going to start here with card number 1. And card number 1, ta-ta, is devotion. And for me, I just had to smile when I saw this. I did pick card number 1. Yes, drum roll. Because obviously, Jen, I know you and I know Jane so well. And it could not be a more appropriate card. And I'm going to go ahead and read this. And so for any of you who have picked devotion, it is, I am devoted to fulfilling my soul calling with passionate commitment and an unwavering focus. Because as I mentioned already, I don't really need to say much more, because devotion is really that sacred commitment where you are in this sacred leadership for yourself, in seva, in selfless devotion. But this gets so misunderstood because in the end it is always from us outward. It is always about filling your own cup first and setting that foundation for yourself from which your vision can grow. Because if you don't have your own self in order and your own vision in place, then whatever devotion that you bring to anything will just wear you out. And you will feel depleted because it's not coming from a space of filling yourself up with such a space of sacredness, with such a space of joy, of magic, of recognizing the magic within you, recognizing the miracles around you, to where you are walking in this devotional practice because you can feel that you are part of this field of creation. And this is when it becomes something so much deeper and it clicks into place. This is when your soul calling and the purpose that you have come into this lifetime for can become intentional. And when you set this foundation of guiding yourself through higher virtues and principles, and you say, no matter what, this is the path that I am walking, and I'm no longer allowing all of the things in the outside world to distract me. In fact, I'm going to be the one on this devotional path, in the center of this, with all of the beauty of this mandala around me, and I'm going to allow, in the safety where I'm held, to be the one who steps forward, because I know that if I don't do it, who's going to do it around me? And it is that commitment that will then meet you 1,000-fold. And this is something from our Magic and Miracles project as one of the learnings that I really had. That when you devote yourself fully to the field, to this energy, to your own destiny, to this purpose that you are here for. And it can be a different purpose at different stages of your life. It doesn't just have to be like one or the other, but most of the time there is one overarching one, and then you'll find like all of the smaller nuances within it as well. But when you do that, the universe begins to move with you and for you, and the miracles and the magic begins to accelerate, and each step is guided by this frequency forward, and it just makes everything just so much more beautiful. And it is not by chance, but it is because it is your engaged presence that brings it in. And this is really what that pure field of devotion is about, because so many times it is misunderstood, because we think that we need to give something up in order to be devoted to something, but in fact it's the opposite, where you are expanding everything within the space of devotion, because now you are stepping into your higher purpose, and now it can really raise the collective consciousness of yourself, because whenever you're raising your consciousness, you're automatically raising it for the collective as well, no matter, because we matter. Yes, exactly. The well-being and the spiritual unfolding. Yes, so much so. Exactly. And if you are listening, then I know I'm preaching to the choir because you are obviously here for a higher purpose. And I mentioned this yesterday on our Zoom call as well, that not necessarily everyone is, and that is okay too. But for those who are, we owe it to ourselves to fulfill that purpose. And you know that in you, because there's something in you that keeps calling you forward, where you can feel this deep, almost like a longing of, this is something that I desire to fulfill within me, because I can feel that it is coming from something more divine, something high in me, through me, that lives in me, that is part of me, because there is no disconnect. And this is when the devotion just lands, and it becomes just absolutely beautiful and magical when that happens. So with this, let's go ahead and come to our card number 2. If anyone happens to be here on this live catching me right now, I see Cindy and I see Jen. I'm not sure if anyone else is watching. Let's see. Yeah, I can't see how many are on, so I'm not sure. Then we are going to get to card number 2, which is, if you have chosen it later on and you're watching the replay, drum roll, da, 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 da. And card number 2 is faith. So let me hold it up straight here for you. And I'm going to read it to you. I am grounded in unwavering faith, trusting in the unfolding of my highest and best. And Jen, you were just talking about unfolding. And this, of course, as I always say, when you are on these lives and you're listening to the whole span of everything, this always means that all cards together will have a purpose and a reading for you. But it also means that the card that you were drawn to the most has the most resonance with you, and some purpose in your life that maybe you want to tune into deeper. And so faith is a higher frequency than hope, because hope still questions things. Where faith, when we step into faith, we know our own divinity, and we know that there is divinity, first of all, and that there is a deep connection to divinity, and most of all that it lives in us. And these are a couple of steps that we tend to develop as we are working on ourselves, and we're working on opening the portals of what we consider to be spirituality, because there have been so many distortions in the field. But this faith is really something higher than us, but yet it is us, because there's never a disconnect, because it is always one and the same. And so it is that faith in this, that it has created you, has created me, has created universes and everything, and is you and me and all of us together. There's never a separation, there never was. And once that can land for us, then everything shifts. And faith is the bridge that carries you across the movements and mountains and uncertainties, and it shifts the fields and invites you into the surrender of the full trust that you're held, that you're supported, that you're guided. And it asks you to believe deeply in your own path, in that own path that you set forward with devotion. And it allows you to hold this frequency even when things show up, even when sometimes you might doubt yourself, you might doubt the circumstances, maybe sometimes question your path, maybe sometimes wonder, are these the right things for me? And this is all really healthy to tune into, and to always kind of checking in with this as well. But faith carries you through, it guides you in its own beautiful resonant light, through the darkness, through any of the doubts that you might experience, and into clarity, and right back into alignment, and most of all into your own aligned creation, because that is you, and it has always been you. And another one of my learnings from these 29 days, as I promised you, I'll be sharing a little bit about these, is that there is such power in choosing your frequency every day. Every moment of every day, waking up with a different intention, with an energy of saying, today I choose the field of magic and miracles, because I know that this is already in me, it lives in me, it lives through me. And I know that the moment that I choose, it shifts the energy, and now I can hold a different vibration. And you can also then come from the perspective, what is possible for me today? What can change in my life when I hold the energy of faith? What might move through me differently, as if I had doubts today? So it's very much that opposite of questioning and doubts that we can hold, or we can purposely choose to step into a field of holding faith for ourselves and for the life around us, knowing that everything will work out, and that we are here in order to be the powerful creators of our lives. And this is when everything begins to shift, when we have that kind of powerful realization for ourselves. So devotion and faith always go together. They are part of the whole spectrum of this sacred path that we get to walk together. And then we are stepping into card number 3. So if you happen to be on and you have picked card number 3, I know that Cindy has. So Cindy, this card is for you. And it is one of my favorite cards, and very powerful one. We didn't do in our 29 days of quantum weaving, but we are going to move into this in our next upcoming master course in sacred leadership, and then even more so also in one of my big programs that I am bringing forward this year, together with 2 others that will be coming later, which is going to be Renaissance Woman Rising. So this card here, if you have picked it, ta-ta, here it comes. It is Destiny, and it is the card number 31 as one of the path numbers. So Cindy's saying, yes, no matter my waking state, I consciously choose what attitude and frequency I will be in each day. Yes, that is it, Cindy. So beautiful. And Cindy, here's your card, Destiny, number 31. So if you have chosen this card, then this means that either you are in a process of stepping into your destiny, or you are already moving in your destiny, and it is just more a matter of finding the alignment, continuing to move within it, or maybe even expanding in it even more. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. I weave my destiny as the leader, as the traveler, and the path, co-creating my journey with the cosmos. So this is, like I said, one of my favorite cards. Oops, something popped up here. Let me click out of this here. Good, we're still good. At 22 minutes, Destiny. Oh, awesome. Thank you. That is amazing. And that wouldn't have been otherwise before, 30 minutes before. So that is so amazing. So this is very much that sacred unfolding of your highest potential, where the tapestry of your choices, of the commitments that you make, of the whispers that you allowed to come forward, to blossom for you, where it is that deepest part of your soul that calls you forward, not just in this lifetime, but through eternity of your whole soul unfolding. And when we think of it in this term, then it just expands everything to so much bigger. And this is really what destiny is about. It is that weaving of all of these energies together, and stepping confidently into your power of your leadership, and not allowing anything to lower your frequency anymore, because you are here for this bigger purpose. And so why would you for another moment question or doubt anything when you can be in a space of devotion, of faith, and then stepping into your destiny? And this is also how these three cards very much weave together, because that knowing, the trusting, that as long as you follow that path of your destiny, you are supported. Sometimes we might feel that we fall and then we get up again, and that's okay. That's all part of the journey. It's all part of the beauty within this aligned creation. And sometimes then we find these twists and turns and we realize, oh wow, I'm so glad that in this moment I fell, because it taught me these things. And so now I am more capable, I'm a stronger leader because of it. Now I'm able to rise more, I'm able to be in a deeper sense of devotion than I was before, because I understand the nuances so much better than I ever did before. I am now more deeply into faith, because even though there were times where it felt shaky, or were times where I doubted myself, maybe I doubted even divinity, I questioned how things could even come together. Even if I fell, I was able to pick myself back up again, or be lifted in the beauty of this field, in my quantum weaving, and once again could be even deeper in my destiny than I was before. So this is just such a beautiful way of how these three energies find form, and how everything just kind of comes together, how faith supports your courageous, brave acts through the unknown, because it is about the stepping into the unknown, especially when we consider us being the ones who tread forward in a completely new way. These are paths that we are creating that have never been here before, quite like this. We have remembrance of when we held these kinds of spaces before, and then sometimes to our detriment. And so here now we find ourselves once again, and this time around, you know that you can fulfill your destiny. You will not be stopped again. This is your time now, where your soul chose to come into this incarnation and fulfill the purpose that you're here for. And it is the most beautiful honor to walk this path with all of you. And I can't think of anything greater than being here together with you. So allow these energies to just pour into you, to integrate deeply into you, to hold you. Let yourself be held in your devotion. Know that this is the most noble path, and have faith. Things are going to work out. If you are moving through challenging times right now, this card is for you, because it tells you that it's okay. It's going to be okay. And if you are in a space of expansion, then let this faith carry you so deeply and so profoundly, knowing that you are rising. And all of it together will bring you to that space of your destiny. So allow yourself to be held by all of it, to be held in the quantum field, because it is truly a magical thing. We no longer have to walk this path alone. This is now a time of us rising together in sisterhood, in co-creation, and there is a magnitude that can only come through our shared frequencies when we as collective in resonance find that connection with one another, and we co-create in something beyond measure, something each of us unique, one at a time, would be very challenging to do. But coming together once again and sharing energy and saying, what can we do together, and how can we hold each other together in this field? This is really the magic of these times. This is also why I am bringing my Sacred Leadership Master Course forward. I changed the time a little bit, just because I wanted to have the most potent energy available to us during those 5 days. It's going to be from May 8th through the 13th. There's going to be a break on Sunday since it's Mother's Day, but it's going to be 5 days of lives. And I will be sharing more information as soon as we have the page ready for you, which we are in the process of completing right now. But it is really about the art of a soul-led self-leadership, of inner harmony and aligned creation, and 5 days of daily transmissions, and ritual embodiment and integration, and so many activations that you're going to be receiving. And like I said, I'll be sure to share everything as soon as I have it ready for you. But mark your calendar already for May 8th through the 13th, because we're going to do some amazing things. And as I was speaking also about sisterhood, I want to share with you that I will be opening a sisterhood once again. Cindy, you have been part of Beauty Flourishing before, and then also for the brief time that I had the Quantum Weavers community available. And this time around, as we are creating this new space, this will be the final space where everything is going to be just culminated into it and enriched by everything. So we're bringing in, my son Philip is helping me with everything, and we're going to be bringing in many of the beautiful teachings from Beauty Flourishing, many of the sacred teachings of quantum weaving, and it's just going to continue to grow. And it's going to be very much a live sisterhood where we together weave this field and hold the field in magic, in miracles, in activations and initiations, in this beautiful embodied space. Oh, Cindy, thank you. I look so forward, and I will reach out to you because I have something special for you and for everyone who's been part of Beauty Flourishing, and I can't wait. So this is going to be just activations, transformations in all the spaces, and I'm just in deep awe and gratitude of you and of us being able to do all of the beautiful things in this lifetime and do more magic and miracles, because it is all waiting for us and it's open. And so today, on this Akshaya Tritiya, I wish you just the most amazing, amazing blessings of wealth, of abundance, of all good things in your life. So this is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and especially all of the enrichment that you could ever dream of, that it all comes to fruition for you, that these cards of devotion, of faith, of destiny just guide you, and where the field is set, because it all begins here now. This is where we start once again, and this is the moment where we set the trajectory for the rest of our lives. At any moment we have the choice, and it begins here now. So I'm going to take one moment and catch up with you on your comments. I'm so glad I can see this here. Let's see, continuing to move toward my destiny. Oh, beautiful. Every action is a choice. Yes, exactly. Twists and turns. Yes, points to correct the path on the destiny. Yes, absolutely. And then Chen is saying, quantum weaving sisterhood. Yes, so awesome and potent. Yes, exactly. And it is really because of all of our combined energies together. Where we consistently hold the field, so we are no longer in reactive existence, because otherwise it's so easy to just fall back to default mode. But here I'm creating the sisterhood, and then of course all of us together, where we have a field that we can tap into. And you know that when you enter the space, there is magic and there are miracles held in there for you, and you enter a field that you can calibrate to every day, over and over again. And for me, like I said, I can't think of anything better than that. So I wish you such a beautiful 30th of April. We begin a new fractal tomorrow, May 1st. And so let all of this energy from today carry into tomorrow and into your rest of May, and then of course into the rest of your life, because this is really where it's at this point. I'm glad that you found me still on this live 30 minutes later after I had to do a whole complete new setup. And I'm grateful to be here with you in this lifetime, in this moment, and overall. Have a gorgeous evening. Thank you. Namaste. Mwah.